Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the fray, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to rename the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the IROC Challenge Series presented by Spartan Transportation, R&R Racewear, and of course, the Hot Dog Stand Podcast. Again, I am Repeat. I'm missing my one and only buddy right now. I shouldn't say my one and only buddy, but missing my buddy right now, the one and only KS Gaming 51. But here we are from Kentucky Motor Speedway. That's right, we're bluegrass racing this evening. It's going to be a lot of fun. Right now, qualifying is out there. As you can see, Cool Comet Collect is 77-degree air temp, and it looks like 77 degree, I'm sorry, Yeah, 77-degree track temp as well. So it's gonna be a great night for racing. Glad to be here, and I can promise you, ladies and gents, no more issues with the streams. We will see these last couple of races this week and next week's championship race from Michigan International Raceway through its entirety in great quality. Whether you're out there on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or IROC TV through your favorite Roku streaming device, whether it's a TV or a brick itself, you will see it in its entirety. And again, I want to thank all of you for your patience, your understanding, and for coming on back each and every week. It means the world to me, trust me. All right, let's go ahead and bring up your scoring pylon so you can see exactly where these guys are lining up so far. Let's go. So it looks like so far Gabriel Ellison is on the top of the board with Mike Koch right behind him. Let's go ahead and reset the scoring pylon. Looks like a little bit of an issue right there, but we will get this sorted out. We always do. But definitely hope everybody out there is doing well, and that it's been a great week for you. Getting that error on the top of the top left screen saying not found. Getting that fixed up right now. A little bit of an issue with SDK. There was an update to it just before I went live, so I'm going to guess it might have been just a little bit of an issue with the actual file. So I'm going to work on that right quick. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and keep on going through some of these guys. That way you know where they are all the way through. I tell you, if it wasn't for bad luck, probably no luck at all. Definitely seems like I've been fighting these gremlins every single week, and there we go. All right, so now Chris Mefford at the top of the board. Let's go ahead and get that taken care of. There we go. So yeah, Mefford, Ellison, Koch, McCann in that 3. The 83 of the other Mefford duo. 75 is Stoney Benfield, the faster pastor right now, sitting P6. David Trumbley, P7. Short and Schofield to make out the top 9, with Byron Jones to round out the top 10. And the one and only Chris Wally, owner and operator of the IROC series, sitting P11. Check in now with the 70 of Aaron Smith. It's kind of a slow lap for him. Maybe he had a little bit of an issue. We'll see if he comes on back out to redo his qualifying lap. So far, 11 guys have taken time down to Wally. And yep, the looks like the 70 of Aaron Smith is kind of sitting on pit road. Let's see if we can figure out what we've got left here as far as time goes. All right, so now we got a 10-minute warm-up session where we'll get to see all these guys, come on out and really get one last chance to find out what the track is going to be like in full race mode. Let's see if I can actually bring up what these guys were like in practice. Show you right quick. So Chris Mefford in that number 46, guy that's been showing a lot of speed. Was fastest in practice, with Brandon Mefford right behind him. Mike Koch, Neil Quick, and Byron Jones to round out the top 5. Kevin McCann in that 33 with Gabe Ellison. Tim Schofield, Brian McCann in the 3, which, oh, by the way, Brian, he has got a huge points lead. It would have to be a miracle for anybody to catch him and take this championship away from him. He's got a very, very real shot at going back to back. He won the season 5 championship, and right now sitting pretty well for season 6 as well. Barbara Pinion says, let's go faster, Pastor Stoney Benfield. Right now, Stoney's sitting about P at number, well, let's see, where was he in practice? He was 12th in practice with David Trumbley and Aaron Smith right behind him. So it could be an interesting race for Stoney. We will have to see. And don't forget, guys, if you want to keep up with these guys on the web, it's www.iroc-series.com or on Facebook at iRacing IROC. Just go on over, give them a follow, and I'm sure they would absolutely appreciate it. While we're under this 7-minute warm-up session, gonna get a little bit more information out there regarding our series sponsors, and then we will bring it right back. I absolutely promise you.
Spartan Transportation and Spartan Logistic Management is your one source for all your shipping needs. 53-foot dry van shipments, auto transport shipments, full-service in-house brokerage, drop lot facilities, just-in-time deliveries to all auto manufacturers, facilities in St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Spartan Logistics LLC, proud sponsor of the IROC Series, Kyle Steffens UMP Modified and Silver Crown Driver, and Gordy Gundaker, World of Outlaws late model. Visit us at spartan-logistics.net or find us on Facebook.
R&R Racewear, your source to all custom racewear apparel needs, and home to iRacing apparel. Check it out today at rnrracewear.com.
All right, so again, big thank you to both Spartan Transportation and Racewear. Definitely appreciate all their support all season long, and right along with the Hot Dog Stand podcast, which you can find through your favorite Roku TV or Roku streaming device. Go on over to the streamer section of that service. Look for the IROC TV logo, the same as you see underneath the scoring pylon, and download the channel. Unlike a lot of the channels through Roku, this one is absolutely free. And whether it's a broadcast that you're watching live, like right now, or if it's a re-air, all the content, all the races, which is what the channel is 100% dedicated to, are in great 4K quality. So go on over, download the channel if you haven't already, and enjoy, please. I hope you do. And again, big thank you to Brian Reek, the owner and operator of IROC TV on Roku, for all of his support throughout all of the IROC Challenge and Contender Series communities and everything else that happens. So definitely looking forward to even more. Speaking of looking forward to even more, I'm going to show you what's coming up for season number 7 right now. So there you go. It's going to be on a new night, new car. It's going to be the IROC Challenge Series moving to Monday nights and the Gen 4 Cup car. So last season they ran the Xfinity cars. This season, or next season rather, they're going to run the Gen 4 Cup car. Hardware for every driver that runs 80% of the schedule. So every driver that competes for most of the season is going to get some kind of a trophy or plaque or what exactly. I'm not exactly sure. It's going to be moving on over to HBR TV because it's on a new night. I wasn't able to move on over. I'm actually already spoken for. Plus, with all the internet issues I had been having, even if Chris Wally came to me and says, Pete, we'd love for you to stay on, I probably would not have accepted. But Chris Wally and HBR TV have had a great long-standing relationship, so they're going to move it on over to HBR TV, and I'm sure all the races are going to be excuse me. All the races are going to be flat amazing, no doubt in my mind. And then there you go. So there's going to be a bracket challenge. Again, it's going to move on over to Monday night, the Gen 4 Cup Car, HBR TV, starting on July 17th. 8:15 practice, 9:15 qualifying, a quick 10-minute qualifying practice like what you see right now, and then the race will go at 9:30 p.m. All these times are Eastern. So if you haven't already, excuse me, go on over to HBR TV, look them up, and make sure you give them a follow on YouTube. Boy, I'm not quite sure where this tickle all of a sudden came from. A little bit of a tickle in my throat all of a sudden. Let's see. Ruth Gardner saying, all right, now we're definitely looking for the faster pastor. Let's go, preacher. And Vincent Short saying, good luck all. T.S. Ritchie once also says, let's go 75. Stoney. Let's see if Stoney's actually out here as of yet. No, I don't believe so. I'm looking for him, though. Stoney right now sitting P number 10 in his Spartan number 75 with 2 minutes plus left to go in this 10-minute practice session. Still missing my buddy, KS Gaming 51, old Swats. Not quite sure where he is at. Hopefully he'll be here, very, very soon. I know that he said he won't be there next week for Michigan for the championship race. He's going to be away with his family on vacation, which is always really, really cool. But I'm hoping everything is all right with him right now. That's for sure. All right, so on the top of the boards, this guy right here, the 00 of Mike Koch, he's kind of rim riding all the way through the turns 3 and 4 down across the start stripe, and that will be his 5th lap that he's completed in this practice session. Ryan Crooks sitting P2, Brian McCann P3, Chris Wally and David Trumbley round out the top 5. The 70 of Smith, Aaron Smith that is, with Chris Mefford, Tim Schofield, Brandon Mefford, Stoney Benfield is going to round out the top 10. Neil Quick, Vince Short, Kevin McCann, Byron Jones, and Gabe Ellison is going to round out the 15 truck field that we're about to see really get after it for 100 plus laps here at Kentucky. So again, we're bluegrass racing, getting ready to kick this all off, and I cannot wait. 30 seconds to go, catching up with the 96 of David Trumbley. Right now, he's 3rd fastest. Brandon Mefford in his 83. He's going to try to come on out, maybe try to get a Q lap or a qualifying lap in. Nope, he's not. He says, all right, enough is enough. A little bit further in the back, this is the 11th place truck on speed. This is the deuce of Neil Quick. As we wind down, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so everybody will go on back, and we will reset the entire field. All right, so let's see. And it did it to me again. There we go. All right. So we've got 133 laps on tap. Let's see if we can go ahead and pull up our grid right now. So Chris Mefford in that 46. He is our pole sitter for this evening. We got Gabe Ellison sitting P at number 2. Mike Koch, P3 in that 00 with Brian McCann in that 3 to his outside. Row number 3 is going to be Brandon Mefford in that 83 with Stoney Benfield, the faster pastor, in his number 75, sitting P number 6. P7 is going to be David Trumbley in the 96 with Vince Short to round out row number 4. Then we're going to have Tim Schofield and Byron Jones to round out row number 5. Row 6, Chris Wally in that 51, going to start 11th with Aaron Smith in the 70 for P12. Then we're going to have Ryan Crooks in his number 1 sitting P13. Neil Quick sitting 14th in his deuce. And then Kevin McCann in his number 33 sitting P15. So Kevin McCann starting very, very deep in the field. All right, you hear the trucks kind of pulling off of pit road right now. And it's going to be interesting to see how this all works out for all of these guys. And it's going to be a lot of fun too. Cannot wait. Lights atop the pace car are out. We're getting ready to go green again for 133 laps here this evening. Let's go ahead and bring up your scoring pylon just so you know where they're at. We'll go ahead and bring up your track map and, of course, our sponsor information for this evening as well. The Hot Dog Stand Podcast, R&R Racewear, and, of course, Spartan Transportation. Big thank you to Spartan for a great season, great series, and all the sponsorship help that they give week in and week out. All right, so the car is coming off of turn number 4. Pace car is going to go ahead and pull off down pit road. Let's get ready to go.
Green.
Green flag. Barney's got the flag up. Let's go. Race for the lead. Looks like as they come off of turn 4 across the line, the 46 is going to go ahead and lead that. But right after line, Gabe Ellison in that 27, he said, I'm still here, still going to give it a try as they're still side by side. 27 up on the high side is going to have a little bit of a run. Whole lot of mostly single file going all the way back to the 15th place truck. Again, that is going to be Kevin McCann. Actually, Kevin McCann did not make the start tonight. Might have just missed grid. Not 100% sure. So that's going to put the last place, the last place running truck is going to be the one of Ryan Crooks way back here in P14. Let's see if we can get a look at what things look like from the nose of his Silverado going up through the field. Couple rows of side-by-side battling. Got the 19 of Byron Jones with the 83 of Brandon Mefford. Right behind him, you see Timothy Schofield and David Trumbley kind of getting after it a little bit. Looks like the 12 is going to go ahead and clear the 96. These guys right here, though, still side-by-side. Got a chance to talk to a few of these guys before the race kicked off tonight, one of which was that 19 of Byron Jones, the guy that actually was in the booth with me for, the last 7 or 8 races of season number 5. And he kind of abandoned me, let Swatch come on up into the booth, and he said, Pete, I got to go race. That's where his heart lies. So I definitely wish Byron a whole lot of luck right now. He's sitting about P8 in points, if I'm not mistaken. And while he's P8 in points, the 3 of Brian McCann up here trying to keep an eye on the battle that's happening for P number 1. He's just kind of sitting back, watching what's going on, and have to see what happens. Right now, the 46 and the 27, neither of them wants to really let go of the lead. 46 going to come on down, cut the 27's nose off, and take the lead all to himself. We'll have to see if 27 is able to come on back by as the race goes on. A little sight and sound from Kentucky Motor Speedway, and kind of working our way through. Barbara Pinion says pulling for Vince Short to have a good race. Right now, Vince Short sitting back here, P number 11 in his 15 machine. So far, he's down 3 spots, but it is still a long way to go. We still have 123 laps to go as they came across the start stripe that time. Only 10 laps in for the IROC Challenge Series. Again, live from Kentucky. This is the penultimate race, which means next week it's all about the championship race from Michigan International Raceway, and I cannot wait for that race. I am a huge fan of Michigan and all the action that goes on there. It's going to be one hell of a barn burner. I definitely hope everybody will be back for that one as well. And speaking of being back, again, I definitely want to apologize to everybody that's out there. Barbara Pinion, I apologize to you. T.S. Ritchie, Ruth Gardner, Vincent Short, and everybody else that might be out, on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook or IROC TV. I want to apologize to each and every one of you for all the woes that my internet service has had over the last couple of months. They are all fixed up. You can bet on great, clear racing all the way through these next 2 weeks. I wish it would have been fixed sooner, but trust me, I complained to everybody and their godfather that I needed some help with my service provider, and finally got it done, and I'm able to bring you this race, and there will be no cutting it short. Both of these races in their entirety will be streamed live. All right, so let's get back on up. Looks like Chris Mefford's still leading now that we see about the top 5, top 6 are all single file. Actually going back even further, Chris Wally in his pink Spartan machine. You see Stoney Benfield, the faster pastor, right behind him with the 15 of Vincent Short looking low. David Trumley's going to be back here as well in his number 96. And this is what it looks like from his bumper cam. Looking ahead, as you can see, again, everybody very much single file. And as we look behind, this would be the camera from his rear view mirror. You see Ryan Crooks, Neil Quick, Aaron Smith a little bit further in the back. Again, the only one that did not start this evening is the one and only Kevin McCann in his 33. Kevin McCann is actually not even in the team columns with Ryan McCann and Tim Schofield. So, yeah, Kevin McCann came out. He registered for the race, just haven't seen him since. speaking of Tim Schofield, teammate of Brian McCann, here he is in his number 12 Spartan machine. Right now sitting P number 6, up 3 spots from where he qualified. So far, nobody has gone a lap down. If we go back to Aaron Smith in this 70, he is a good, He's a good 5+ seconds behind the 46 of Mefford. So long way to go yet. And again, big thank you to everybody that just joined, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. Definitely appreciate you coming out and hanging out. Looking forward to chatting it up with you and keeping me and Barbara and Vincent and Ruth and T.S. Ritchie and everybody else that's out there company. Welcome aboard. Again, this is the Spartan Challenge IROC Truck Series penultimate race live from Kentucky Motor Speedway. Second to last race of the season. Right now, this guy right here, the 3 of Brian McCann, he's got a very solid lock on the points. Again, it's going to take a miracle, maybe an act of the one and only Stoney Benfield to dethrone the guy. But yeah, right now the 3 is in very solid control over what happens with this championship. Again, so Brian McCann out of King, North Carolina, his motto, when in doubt, go faster. Probably has to be one of my favorite profile sayings that I think I've ever read. Driving a race car is like dancing with a chainsaw. Hey, why not? If you can do it professionally, hey, why not, right? Don't slip. All right, so up front, still Chris Mefford in that number 46. Spartan IROC Silverado leading the way by a good 3/10 over Gabe Ellison. Gabe Ellison not letting go whatsoever. Brian McCann back here, P number 3 under fire from the 19 of Byron Jones. Byron down low out of Goodyear, Arizona. When I talked to him a little bit ago, he said he felt pretty good about his long run truck, really likes this track, and really likes where we're going next week at Michigan International Raceway for the championship. He's not going to be racing the 3 for a championship next week. He's too far back in points. The 3, again, almost has a lock on that to go back-to-back championship seasons. One last season. More than likely will win this season as well. And just what you saw happening there, 3 kind of keeping the 19 of Byron pinched down, so he's not able to get back in the throttle when he wants to be able to open up the wheel and carry max speed up and off the corners. So they take it back single file. Checking in with the 51 of Chris Wally right behind Brandon Mefford here in this 83. There they are, and as you can see, the guys behind them also very, very much single file. So from first all the way back to 14th with David Trumbley, all one long conga line around this track. Working lap 28 of 133, getting closer and closer to 100 to go in this penultimate race for the IROC Challenge Series. Again, this season has been in the trucks. Next season is going to be in the Gen 4 Cup cars. I'll actually go ahead and show you that information one more time. I'll start off with this one right here. So it's going to move to Monday night. There will be a bracket challenge in the Gen 4 Cup car. It's going to be on HBR TV over on YouTube. So make sure you go on over, look them up, give them a follow, subscribe if you can. Unlike the Twitch subscriptions, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe on YouTube. Again, starting July 17th with fixed setups. Each driver will pay $25 to enter, and all entry fees go towards broadcast fees paid to HBR TV, and of course the awards. And the awards is where we get our information right here. Everybody that shows up in races for 80% of the 20 race season will get some kind of hardware shipped to them. But again, new night, new car, IROC Challenge Series moving to Mondays, Gen 4 Cup car, hardware for every driver that runs 80% of the schedule, broadcasted by HBR TV, cash winnings for the All-Star race, again the bracket challenge, and a big series, big trophy for the series champion, sponsored by Spartan Transportation and R&R Racewear. So there we go. Caution is going to fly. This should be the stage, and that will be that. So looks like Chris Mefford, he's going to go ahead and take those honors. Actually, may not be. Looks like there might have been a little bit of an issue with Chris Wally. See if we go back and find out exactly what happened here. All right, let's actually go ahead and rewind this. Something happened with the driver. Oh, 3 wide. 3 wide for a good while. All right, let's, I mentioned that they were in one long conga line. Well, I guess they had enough of that. Let's go ahead and stop that, and let's go ahead and play this out. Here comes the 2 of Quick underneath them. 70 right behind. 2's going to go ahead and throw it in. 70's also going to go ahead and try to throw it in there. 51's going to run that middle line, keeping the 70 back. 51 having to check up just a little bit. Pulls it hard left underneath the deuce. And there they are on the apron. 51 down low, 2 up high now. 70 still trying to figure out which line's going to move. 70 staying hard in the throttle. He's going to go ahead and try to pull it around the outside. And he's also going to have to check up. He's going to make a hard left turn as well. Taking it 3 wide down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. 51's going to drift up a little bit. Hard contact with the outside wall. And that is what happened. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. Wow. Hard shot to that outside wall. All right, so Gabe Ellison looks like he's going to go ahead and lead off the pit road. Chris Mefford led the majority of those laps right there. So let's see if we can actually pick up with Gabe Ellison, though. See what he's thinking about his chance to now try to keep that 46 behind, since he's going to have all the clean air on his hood. I actually don't see Gabe Ellison. Let's see. How about Chris Mefford? All right, Chris Mefford down there with Brandon Mefford, Chris Wally, and Neil Quick. Let's go ahead and bring Chris on up. Chris, it's Repeat up in the booth, buddy. You got a copy in that 46 Spartan machine?
Sure do. How we doing?
All right, buddy. I'm doing pretty well. So you led pretty much from the green up until this yellow, which really saw the 51 make hard contact with the outside wall after a little 3 wide battle. You've led, excuse me, like I was just saying, pretty much that entire stint. Now you're going to have the 27 in front of you with the 3 to his outside. You're going to have Brandon Mefford behind you with Tim Schofield. So you're in some pretty fast company. Can you get that 46 back up into the clean air and try to continue the domination that you've shown tonight?
Man, I sure hope so. It's this track here is a lot of on throttle in 1 and 2, and then a lot of off throttle in 3 and 4. So it's really going to depend on how the air works, how fast we get situated, and kind of mold our tires to hopefully have a long run here.
All right, buddy, I'll get you back on down with Brandon, Chris, and Neil. Good luck. Keep the shiny side up, and maybe we'll be talking to you for a podium a little bit later on.
Sounds good. Thanks, sir.
You got it, buddy. All right, so we got him back on down, and I definitely hope that he has an amazing race out of Knightstown, Indiana. Falcon Motorsports, Race for Riley and Zoe's Place. There's a lot of other charities that these guys race for week in and week out. Those are just a few. All right, so the pace car is going to go ahead and pull off. We're going to go ahead and get it back on over to Barney. He's got the green flag up in the air.
Green, green, green.
Green flag, let's go. Oh, 46 slid up just a little bit. I'm sure he knew that 27 was there, maybe trying to chase the 27 up track, so he wouldn't be quite so pinned down, and he'd have a little bit more throttle time Now he's got to try to catch up just a little bit. I'll actually go ahead and take a look at his right front. I don't think that was enough contact to cause any real issue. Well, let's go ahead and take a quick look right now. Nah, he looks absolutely fine. So I'm interested to see just how much he will be able to push, and I'd be curious to know what he's feeling now with just a sample of that dirty air on the hood of his Silverado. Caution number 2 is going to fly. That'll be the stage. And what do you know, Gabe Ellison just went to Plaid. The guy just put down the fastest lap of the race at a 30.74. There's a couple other guys that have been able to break into the 30s as well. Chris Medford's fastest lap was a 30.87, 30.94 for Mike Koch. And that is about it. Everybody else has been in the 31-second bracket all race long. Gabe Ellison, he's going to go ahead and catch up to the back end of the pace car. We talked to the 46 of Chris Mefford. I don't think we're going to get a chance to talk to Ryan Crooks. Let's see if we can maybe catch up with Brian McCann now. I know that he's down here with Tim Schofield. Let's see if we can't pull him on up and have a quick word with driver of the 3. Brian, it's repeat up in the booth, but you got a copy in that number 3 Spartan R&R Racewear Silverado.
Hey, I do. How's it going?
I'm doing all right, Brian. Brian, you've been kind of, it seems like you've been kind of patient. You and the 19 of Byron Jones, a little bit of a battle there for a few laps. You've stayed between third and fourth for most of the evening. Can you get on up there and do anything with Gabe Ellison or Chris Mefford, which have so far been 1-2 all race long, or are you just kind of playing it cool, calm, and collected and wait to see which line's going to work for you in the long run?
Got a lot of fast trucks out here. It's anybody's game. I don't know. I'm just trying to not hit the wall. Sometimes I've gotten tight, almost hit the wall, so that's pretty tough. It's all about the right front. It's just eating these tires up.
It's kind of interesting to hear that the track's eating the tires up. This is still relatively new repave for Kentucky. I remember it used to be, back in the day, this place was like riding a roller coaster. You needed new shocks by the end of lap 10. Looking pretty good so far. If you don't mind me asking, with the first set of tires gone, what was the wear like on the right sides? Or do you not want to give that away?
My right front was 62.
Ouch. Okay, enough said. Enough said. All right, buddy, I'll get you back on down with Tim Schofield. Good luck. Keep the shiny side up. And I know we'll be talking to you, if not the end of this race, definitely the end of next race when we're talking about championships and championship titles. Good luck. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, we'll get Brian back on down with Tim Schofield right now. His teammate for tonight. Again, unfortunately, Kevin McCann unable to make the start. So he's only got one other driver to bounce things off of. And again, from King, North Carolina, when in doubt, go faster. All right, let's move back on up with Gabe Ellison. Lights atop the pace car are still on. And it's going to be interesting to see what he's able to do. And actually, the lights atop the pace car are going to stay on, even as they came across the start stripe that time. We'll go back green on lap 45 of 133, so less than 100 laps to go. Nobody was a lap down right there, so everybody able to, actually, I take that back. The 2 of Neil Quick was at least 1 lap down. So if he's the free pass car, he's already gotten his wave around. If he's still the free pass car, he should be able to get it here once they're ready to go. But chat, what do y'all think so far? How's the race gone for you so far? Now that you've been able to watch a decent amount of the race without the stream going, we'll just say subpar, right? Nikki Short says, ready for some awesome racing. Kip Cook says, pulling for the faster pastor, Stony Benfield. Right now, Stony back in P number 7, right back here in his number 75. Looks like he's going to come on down, top things off. Let's see if he actually takes tires. I don't believe he will. Is this a strategy that him and you see the 15 Vincent Short coming on down? Let's see what he does here. Is this just a gas and go, or maybe right sides only? Let's see what the pastor decides to do. Looks like the 70 of Aaron Smith. He's going to come on down as well. There you just saw the 51 of Chris Wally still on pit road trying to fix that truck up. So here we go. Looks like, nope, just gas and go. Top it off, crew chief. Let's go. All right. Catch back up with our leaders going through turns 1 and 2 at the exit of 2 right now. Down the backstretch, lights atop the hybrid pace car are out, so we'll go back green this time.
Green flag, green flag.
I was going to bring it on back just in time to watch a great battle for the lead. Ryan Crooks to the inside of the 46. 46 was hopefully looking for that long run. Well, he's got it. Ryan Crooks now to the inside. 46 kind of holding down that outside lane, not allowing the one any kind of room. In fact, coming on down to crowd him just a little. How much more of that will Ryan Crooks take? He's going to push him up track just a little bit. 46 still going to keep that one pinch down. That means Ryan Crooks cannot get back in the throttle or open up that wheel, which is making him really get back in the throttle, but crank on that wheel as much as he can, which is going to absolutely wear out that right front. Great side-by-side battle one more time, all the way through turns 3 and 4, off of 4 and across the start stripe. These guys, if this was for the win, boy, that would have almost been too close to the call, but the 46 would have absolutely had that line. After that side-by-side battle for 2 laps, the one of Ryan Crooks now able to overtake the 46 of Chris Mefford. Byron Jones, that was really trying to hunt for the lead earlier, has fallen back to P number 5 into the clutches of the 3 of Brian McCann. These guys were nose to tail just in the opposite earlier, but it looks like the 19 with all that hard charging may have just kind of wore out his tires a little bit. The 3 just kind of riding. He knows that he's in a really good points position, doesn't really need to push it. He's basically just trophy hunting right now. And what I said made absolutely no sense. Of course he's trophy hunting. Sometimes I say the dumbest things. New player up here inside the top 5, the 70 of Aaron Smith. And I'm going to listen here. Yep, you hear him shift. So Aaron using third gear to try to help get through turns 3 and 4 here on the long run. And he stayed in 4th going in 1 and 2 earlier. And it looks like he's going to do it one more time. Just really all over the tailgate of the 27 of Gabe Ellison. Let's see if he's going to have any kind of a run in this next lap. But again, Aaron Smith out of Hollywood, South Carolina, and his onboard. Aaron up 8 spots. Biggest mover, though, started in the rear with the gear. Ryan Crooks now up 12 spots and in the lead as the 70 tries to take over P number 3. And so far, it looks like he's going to have the momentum to come up and off the corner to take over P3 from Gabe Ellison to move Ellison back to P4. Byron Jones still 5th. Chris Mefford P2. And still our leader, Ryan Crooks. Just about 50 laps remaining here in the penultimate race for the IROC Challenge Series. Again, these truckers tonight live from Kentucky Motor Speedway. They're bluegrass racing. Next week, though, it's all about the championship at Michigan International Raceway for 100 laps. Going to be a phenomenal race. Cannot wait. It definitely looks like the one of Brian Crooks has this race in hand right now, though. If a caution should happen to come out, will he have it? Will he? I mean, he's been able to raise his way up, so he's got speed. Just have to see how it plays out, though, in the long run. 46 still, though. Chris Mefford sitting P number 2. Aaron Smith up 9 spots, sitting P3. Gabe Ellison back to 4th after starting 2nd on the night. And Byron Jones, P5, still up 5 spots with Byron Jones with Brian McCann right behind. Mike Koch a little bit further back in his 00 Spartan machine. He's a good 1 second behind Brian McCann, 2 seconds back to this guy. Talking about the 15 of Vincent Short. Him and his 75 with a faster passer, Stoney Benfield. A little bit of a challenge back here. These guys been around each other for quite a while this evening. But still, Vincent Short right where he started. Stoney Benfield back 3 spots, sitting P number 9. To round out the top 10, though, we've got David Trumley back here in the 96 Spartan machine. Neil Quick, you see him just in front, but that's actually not for position. Neil Quick right now down 1 lap. He's hoping for one more caution to go ahead and try to get back on the lead lap and maybe have something to say before these last 40 plus laps are in the books. Going to take a quick, again, little sponsor commercial break, and we will be right back.
R&R Racewear, your source to all custom racewear apparel needs, and home to iRacing apparel. Check it out today at rnrracewear.com.
Again, so big thank you to R&R Racewear for their continued support, not only all the way through Season 5, here in Season 6, and in Season 7 as well. It'll be, again, R&R Racewear with Spartan Transportation LLC as the primary sponsors, right along with the Hot Dog Stand podcast. Again, guys and girls, if you're out there on a Roku TV, if you haven't already, please go on over to the streamers section of that TV, or if you've got a Roku streaming device, go on over to the streamers section. Search for IROC TV, the logo that you see on the bottom left-hand side underneath the scoring pylon. This race, any past race, or any other podcast, POV, club, community league that you want to go back and watch, you absolutely can. All commercial free and in stunning 4K quality. So go on over, download the channel completely free, and it is a channel in 4K, completely 100% commercial free, dedicated to nothing but iRacing and NASCAR when it comes to the Hot Dog Stand podcast. Meanwhile, we missed this. I'm going to get, okay, yeah, so Ryan Crooks, he's actually come on down pit road right along with Gabe Ellison. So that has handed the lead over to this guy right here, the 70 of Aaron Smith. Mike Koch is taking over P2. That means that Byron Jones, he's also come on down pit road right along with Brian McCann. It looks like they came in on lap. Oh, no, actually, these guys have not come down pit road as of yet. Either that or my scoring is a little off. No, they came down on lap 89. So good job by them. Looks like David Trumley now in his number 96. He's gone ahead and brought his Spartan machine down pit road. Aaron Smith now going to go ahead and try to slow it down. A little bit of braking issues as he brought it down to pit road speed. And he's going to coast cool, calm, and collected all the way into his pit for 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods. Top it off with that Sunoco E15 fuel and shoot out of the pits as quickly as he can. Again, David Trumley, he's already also in the pits. He's going to go ahead and get it in gear and accelerate up to 88 miles an hour. Accelerate up to pit road speed, exit, and get back in the fight as quick as he can. Same thing back here with Aaron Smith. He's leaving his pit stall right now, straight out of the pit, and try to get up and through the gears as quickly as he can. Mike Koch in his 00 now. He's down pit road right along with the faster pastor. Stoney Bentfield also in his number 75 Spartan IROC Silverado, coming to the attention of his crew. Neil Quick back here in the deuce with a little bit of damage down the right-hand side. He's also in the pits. This is going to hand the lead over to the 15 of Vincent Short. So Nicky Short still out there in chat, says ready for some awesome racing. Well, right now Vincent Short is the man on a mission, trying to hope that maybe one of these last few guys that still have to come on down pit road are able to have an issue where the caution comes on out and he's got some immediate track position. We'll have to see. When it's all said and done, though, when Vincent Short does come on down pit road, since the last time he pit was on lap 43, that will hand the lead over to this guy, Brian McCann. He last pit, like I said earlier, on lap 85, so he's good to go to the end, as we've got just about 40 laps remaining, 39 laps remaining, and it's going to be an interesting 39 laps. Vincent Short, he loaded on down to pit road speed. He's also come on in, so it's just about now where the 3 just has to simply pass him on track while he's down pit road. Behind him, though, we got a little bit of battle here. Chris Medford in that 46 and the 19 of Byron Jones. Just saw them tag doors just a little bit. Byron Jones wants it. 46 wants to keep him behind. 19 getting a little tail happy, but able to steer it up and off the corner. Right behind them, Ryan Crooks, who's led a bunch of laps this evening. He wants to try to get back up there as well, but he knows it's going to take a long run in order to do that. 19 now looking at the inside of the 46. He did not have any luck earlier when he tried this same move. Byron was not able to clear the 46. 46 pretty much just kept him pinched down. However, this time around, 19, he went almost full throttle, I would imagine, and trying to make up time. One truck of Ryan Crooks getting just a tad loose, almost tagging a wall with the right rear. But everybody now chasing last season's champ and the man with a very, very real chance at taking the championship this time around as well. .46 able to put the moves back on the 19, and with all that battling, they brought the 70 back into play. Here is Ryan Crooks as well in that 1, but look at the 70 really throwing it into the corner. Aaron Smith trying to dig as quick as he can to put everybody back behind him. He knows he's got a 3 truck to catch. Can he use that outside lane and a little bit of extra banking that's out there to really kind of dig? He's got a nose to the inside of the 46 all the way down on the apron. He's going to have to try to throw it into the corner. Meanwhile, the 46 knows that he's got to try to keep that 70 pinched down, much like he tried to do earlier and did successfully to Byron Jones. But this time, 70's going to try to dig. Can he pull a slide job? Yes, he does. 70 up to P2. 46 going to go ahead and try to pull the crossover. Now it's the 70's turn to keep that 46 pinched down. A little bit better about it that time. One now all over the back end of the 46, down on the apron. Chris Mefford, Ryan Crooks battle for P number 3. Crooks to the inside, Mefford to the outside. Byron Jones, Gabe Ellison back behind this battle. And everybody's still trying to run down that 3, and they are doing just that. Here comes the 70. '70 with a dive underneath the 3, across the start stripe, not going to lead that lap, but you can bet that he's going to try to hold it in the throttle. This time, he was able to pull a slide job on the 46 earlier. This time, not needed. Able to clear the 3 of Brian McCann through the corner, up and off, trying to break a little bit of a draft from the 1 of Ryan Crooks. Ryan now down low. It's going to put the 3 of Brian McCann back to P number 3. 46 of Chris Mefford still absolutely hunting. He wants that spot back. He wants to be in a top 3 spot when it's all said and done. Nicky Short says, looking good, Vince Short. With that round of green flag pit stops now completed by every single driver, Nicky, it looks like he, in that 15, he's going to fall back to about P number 9. As you can see there on the scoring pylon, a good 17, almost 18 seconds back behind the battle as Aaron Smith has now taken that spot away, and he's going to try to just drive away. The only issue with that is this guy right here. Ryan Crooks proved earlier that he's got the truck for the long run. If he paces himself, doesn't really push for these next 20 plus laps, he could be the man to take it all when the checkers are waving. Will he be the first one that Barney sees? We'll have to see. Chris Mefford right now, he's a little bit further back behind Ryan and Aaron. This is from Brian McCann looking at the back end of Gabe Ellison's truck. Byron Jones falling back to P number 6. Three of Brian McCann really had to get on the binders right there. Had to, check up right quick. He was just getting into that part of the track a little bit better than the 27 of Gabe Ellison or the 46. Maybe checked up the 27, not 100% sure. But the 3 almost ending up with a whole lot of damage right there if he wasn't able to get on the brakes, as quick as he was. That could have been catastrophic for the 3, especially with this race having a very, very good green flag feel. Something tells me we'll be going all the way to the end under this green flag now. So we've got a side-by-side battle for P number 3 between Chris Mefford and Gabe Ellison. Right now, Aaron Smith and Ryan Crooks, they've completely pulled away. All right, so 46 able to get to 27 to concede the spot. 27 pulled up behind the 46. Hopefully that he'll be able to, kind of pull him along. Speaking of pull him along, 70 almost making contact with that outside wall. Meanwhile, Aaron Smith, he's just, he can see the that black and magenta Spartan machine for Ryan Crooks. just can't get up there and do anything with them. Ruth Gardner says, crunch time. Come on, faster, Pastor. You can still get it done, brother. Absolutely. Stony Benfield back here fighting with the 15 as he's done most of the evening. These guys have seen each other's nose and tail all evening long. They have been right there with each other throughout, these last, 110 laps, give or take. It's just been, kind of tit for tat all race long. But so far, Stony Benfield has that spot right there sitting in P number 8. Vincent Short right behind him in that Spartan 15. It'll be interesting who grabs the spot when it's all said and done. 24 laps to go. By the way, guys and girls, if you want to keep up with this IROC series as they get ready to race into Season 7 come July 17th, you're go on over on Facebook and give them a follow. iRacing IROC. As you can see there just in front of the 23 to go. Follow the group, all information. If you're interested in racing in the series, there's a $25 entry fee. Everybody that runs 80% or more of the season gets hardware at the end. There is a cash prize for the All-Star race, and it's just going to be, and of course, a main trophy for the overall season champ. So Brian McCann took last season's championship. He's got a very, very real chance at taking it this season as well. So going back to back, he got an Xfinity championship. Looks like so far he's got he's got a very good chance at a Truck Series championship. Can he get it done in the Gen 4 Cup car when they fire off middle of next month? Great battle still for P number 3, 46 and 27. They look just like the 15 and the 75, a little bit further in the back, still side by side. Neither one of these guys really willing to give an inch. They all want the best possible points paying night. And right now, Aaron Smith, he's got max points coming. Ryan Crooks, P number 2, who's gonna settle out P number 3 for the last spot on the podium. 20 laps remaining to find out. Byron Jones back here in P number 5. Brian McGann still right behind him. Brian again knows that knows that he's sitting really, really good in the points. Does not have to push it. Sure, he'd love another trophy, but where he is in points right now does not actually need it. But hey, it's bragging rights, right? I just mentioned that these guys have been, kind of nose to tail all race long. It looks like the 15 was able to kind of get away from the clutches of the 75 for a little bit. Let's see. Let's go back with Stoney Benfield. Take a look down his right side. See if he's got some damage going on. See if he made a little bit of contact with the wall or something. So far, nothing. No, nothing on the right front, nothing on the right rear. So it just looks like maybe the 75 was pushing his tires a little bit too much. And, yeah, lost the battle to the 15. So right now it looks like Vincent Short's going to be able to take over P number 8 all to himself as he comes across the start stripe. The leaders did as well just before him, taking it down to 15 laps to go. And everybody right now chasing this guy, the 70 of Aaron Smith, up 11 spots. Also right up 11 spots is going to be the 1 of Ryan Crooks. So these guys both started in the rear, and they've been able to fight their way through, mostly on speed. Yeah, we've had a couple cautions, but it's mostly, you know, we've watched them battle other trucks many times this evening, and these two are able to fight their way through. These guys, though, still fighting it out. The 46 of Chris Mefford still sitting P3. Gabe Ellison right behind, sitting P number 4. Byron Jones about 2 seconds back. No threat in this challenge whatsoever. The only way Byron Jones is able to make any kind of a podium appearance is if one of these guys mess up and takes out the other. But Byron felt pretty good about his chances this evening. So far, sitting P5. It's going to be a pretty good points-paying night for him. And he said, he told me, he said, Pete, I got a real good feeling about Michigan next week as well. So yeah, we'll have to see. Battling it out one more time. 27 down low. 46 going to kind of keep that 27 pinch down. 27 is going to try to move up one lane. See if he can't get a little extra room. Not quite on that yellow line. 46 going to be able to stay in the throttle a little bit longer. 27 likes that because he knows he's abusing that right front. Again, these guys were all on pit road about lap 90, give or take. Aaron Smith was on pit road lap 91. Ryan Crooks was on pit road lap 89. So what you just... I take that back. I'm talking about Chris Mefford and Gabe Ellison. Excuse me. Chris Mefford was on pit road lap 87. Gabe Ellison was on pit road lap 89. So all the hard battling that these guys have done earlier has really, it really depends on how hard they were pushing their trucks. If they were completely shredding the right front, like what Brian McCann was talking about earlier. The first 35 laps, give or take, his right front was down in the 60% range, 60 to 70% range. So again, very, very harsh on that right front if you're up there and really trying to battle it out. But looks like for now, the 46 of Chris Mefford able to take over the last spot for a podium finish. 27 to Gabe Ellison falling back to P4. Byron Jones again, P number 5. Brian McCann, Mike Koch, Vince Short, Stoney Benfield, and David Trumbley to round out the top 10. The 83 of Mefford, Tim Schofield, Chris Wally, and again the 33 of Kevin McCann. He was not able to actually start tonight, so those guys out of the race. David Trumbley and the 2 of Neil Quick, both still sitting in the pits, hoping maybe to come on out and just turn 1 or 2 more laps if time allows. But right now, the 75 of Stoney Benfield, P number 9, the last truck on the lead lap, 22 seconds behind this guy right here in Aaron Smith. Aaron right now on somewhat of cruise control as they come to 7 laps to go. 6 to go next time by. Ryan Crooks a little bit further back. He can see the leader, but knows that right now he's probably not going to have anything at all for him. This is the battle right now for P number 3. The 46 of Chris Mefford. The 27 of Gabe Ellison. This Gabe Ellison's got to hope that the 46 maybe tags the wall coming up and off the one of the, either turn 2 or turn 4 coming through the trial. We'll have to see. But right now, it's got a very, very green flag look all the way to the end. And we'll go ahead and show you one more time what's coming up for next season before we show you this finish. Again, it's going to be new night, Monday nights. The IROC Challenge Series is moving. It's going to be the Gen 4 Cup car, hardware for every driver that runs 80% of the schedule, broadcasted by HBR TV on YouTube. Cash winnings for the All-Star Race. It's going to have a bracket challenge and the trophy for a series champion. It's all going to kick off with practice at 8:15. Go green at 9:30. Fixed setups and $25 to enter. So there you go. What's new? Again, Monday night, it's going to have the bracket challenge, the Gen 4 Cup car, HBR TV on YouTube, starting July 17th. Again, Monday nights. Monday. All right. So, Aaron Smith still leading. Nobody's going to have anything for him unless he messes up, and I don't see that happening. Ryan Crook still P number 2. Both of these guys up 11 spots after starting in the back. This is the battle still for P number 3. 4 laps to go. Does the 27 of Gabe Ellison have anything at all for Chris Mefford? Chris Mefford looking, kind of high, wide, and handsome, really opening up the wheel to carry max speed up and off the corner. No challenge, no immediate challenge whatsoever. Does Gabe Ellison have anything in the, in his strategy? Has he been just kind of hanging back, cooling off the tires, for one last ditch attempt at the 46? 46 kind of pulling a little bit lower, trying to break the draft of the 27 going on back. Nothing doing there. Byron Jones a little bit further back, P5, about 3 seconds, almost 3 seconds behind this guy again, Gabe Ellison in the 27. Looking on from his nose, he can see the line that the 46 is taking, and he's trying. Kind of looks like he's trying to duplicate it all the way through, just above the black seam, along the wall, down into turn number 3. 46 staying just a little bit higher. Again, 27 all the way down on the seam. 46 up and off the corner. We are white flag racing. So again, Aaron Smith. It's all about driver 70. This Spartan IROC Silverado going to more than likely lead most laps up again. 11 spots on the evening. We saw during qualifying he stopped before completing a lap. Wanted to start in the rear. Here he is now off of turn number 4, and it will be Aaron Smith to win at Kentucky. It's going to be Ryan Crooks for P number 2. It's going to be Chris Mefford into 46 with the 27 of Gabe Ellison for P number 4. Byron Jones going to come across the line, P5. Mike Koch with the, looks like he's going to be able to take P number 6 from Brian McCann. Vincent Short's going to come across P number 8. P9, the last truck on the lead lap. The 75, the faster pastor of Stony Benfield. All right, let's go ahead and clear the boards for the driver. He's absolutely earned it. Burn it down, sir. All right, got to lay it to rest right there on the start stripe underneath Barney. And again, Aaron Smith is your winner tonight from Kentucky, the penultimate race before we go championship racing next week at Michigan International Raceway. And what a race this was. Just 2 cautions, and the 70 brings it across the line first here in Kentucky. All right, guys and girls, please don't go anywhere. We will be right back. We're going to speak with Chris Mefford, Ryan Crooks, and Aaron Smith. Again, our winner tonight from Kentucky. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gents, we are back. Definitely appreciate everybody that's still out there on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and IROC TV through your Roku TV or Roku streaming device. Big thank you one more time. Sitting here now with driver 46, talking about the one and only Chris Mefford. Chris, you were really strong in the beginning. We got a chance to talk to you after the first caution about lap 35, give or take. And you wanted that long green flag run. You got it at the end. Great battling between you and the 46, you and the 19, you and a couple of others. What were you missing tonight, sir?
Grip. I'm not sure what else I could have done. That last run I came out, actually was in tire save mode. And, guys just pit 1 lap, 2 laps after me and just blew my doors off. So, I'm not sure. I got put in some pretty bad positions going into turn 3, just by guys getting underneath me and just overcooking the corner a little bit. So that's caused me to either check up or drive in harder. So it's just one of those things. It's racing. The truck was fast, but just didn't come with the win.
Well, man, definitely one hell of a valiant effort. I mean, we were talking just for just a moment before we came back in, and I was. I was telling you, I was really surprised about how late into that run after tires, you and the 27 were able to go in side by side and really battle it out as hard as you were. While we were watching, the one of Ryan Crooks and the 70 of Aaron Smith, they started in the back, completely drove through the field, and then really just started to drive away. What do you think? What kind of adjustments do you think you could have made in your truck versus what they had in order to really have a shot at a runner-up or maybe even the W with how strong you were showing earlier?
So the draft was pretty huge on the straightaways and obviously in turns 1 and 2. So that really probably played in their advantage there early on in those runs, just to be able to kind of roll through the corner, but also not driving in too deep, but have the speed on the straightaways. So. The clean air was definitely nice for sure. Later in that first stage or the stage break, what you want to call it, the truck really started to come in a lot better there. But like I said, after that, my tire wear just kept getting worse and worse. So I'm not sure what else I could have done. Maybe let some guys go, but then at the end of the day, I got to try to pass them back. So
Yeah, and with
it's
the
it's a difficult decision to do.
Yeah, and by the time you're battling and letting them go, and then you got to make up the time. Then you got to use up your stuff even more to try to get back on by them. I definitely understand, and it's kind of a double-edged sword, catch-22, if you will. Next week we're going championship racing at Michigan International Raceway for 100 laps before season 7 gets kicked off in the middle of July. What are you thinking about Michigan? It's always been a favorite of mine. How are you feeling about it?
I mean, it's just kind of, like you said, double-edged sword. I treat it kind of like a super speedway. That's kind of what it is now with these trucks, the low horsepower. The old trucks were a little bit more fun. There's a little more finesse in it. We ran a couple races here. Ran a charity race with these type of trucks up there. Obviously, we had a new update. Could be different. But it's kind of like a super speedway. Just a lot of pack racing. Just a lot of supposed to be give and take, but last race of the year, it's probably going to be a lot of taking. So it's definitely going to be a challenge. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, buddy. And of course, last but not least, any quick friends, family, sponsors you need to get out there?
Yep. First, I would like to congratulate Brian McCann on the championship. I'm pretty sure he has it wrapped up now. Um, with Kevin not showing up tonight. So congrats to him. I'm not sure if he has it or if he's just got to start in park. So I'm sure he'll do whatever he has to do just to make it happen. So he had a phenomenal season. You can't take nothing away from the McCann boys. So congrats to him. Thanks to Wally and all the admins for putting up with all of us and all the racing. I mean, we had one caution. It was a stage break. So or two maybe. That's for what kind of track that was. It's a fun track. Like I said, two totally different kind of ends. It was kind of like Darlington, two different types of tracks at each end. So what shout out to all the guys racing for racing each other clean and hard too. I mean that's pretty important in these leagues races. Thanks to you, Repeat, for broadcasting. They're always great. Congrats to Aaron on the win. I know he was really in our server. Dude just took off like a bat out of hell. Congrats to Ryan on his second place. Thanks to all our sponsors that put that also sponsor our league. Without you guys, we really afford Mr. Repeat there. You charge about $1,000 a race, so he's a little pricey. Um, but we like to thank all of our charity motorsports sponsors: Race for Riley, Zoe's Place, Ellie's Place, National Kidney Foundation, Lucky Finn Project, Mr. 22. As we always speak, we always race for our causes, even though they're not on our trucks. That's kind of what our charity motorsports is about. So it's pretty cool to do that. And we'll be having a charity race coming up sometime here soon. Probably get with Brandon on them details.
I'll tell you what. If you need a broadcaster and I'm available, I'll give you $1,000 discount. How's that sound?
Now we're talking.
All right, Chris. Again, congratulations on bottom step of the podium. It's going to be a great points night for you, and I'll see you next week in Michigan.
I was going to take care.
You got it. All right, let's go ahead and bring up the one and only Aaron Smith. Unfortunately, Ryan Crooks was not available to chat. So, Aaron, you started in the back. I was kind of keeping an eye on you in qualifying. You got to the line that looked like you just stopped. And then saw you sitting there. I thought maybe with the last 40 seconds or so, you try to get on out there. I'm sorry, about a minute and 40 rather in qualifying. You try to get on out there and put a fast lap down. Instead, you decided to start in the rear, right with Ryan Crooks and a couple others. What was behind the strategy, and how did you work your way through all that traffic?
Well, I wasn't too sure what kind of speed I was going to have coming into the race tonight because I didn't do any practice. I just showed up to the qualifying session, and then I had the 5 or 6 laps I ran in the warm-up to kind of prepare myself for the race. And I didn't really feel like I had much speed there at the beginning. I was running in the back, and at about maybe lap 15, lap 20, I started to push just a little bit, and I wasn't making up that much ground. So I was feeling pretty hopeless there until the second or third caution there. Oh, truck's just blown up. and shoot. Yeah, I got a pretty solid run. Had about a 8 or 9 lap advantage on the new tires there. Not sure how many of those laps we ran under caution, but I had enough of an advantage to drive up through the field there and get to Crooks there right before the green flag pit stops, and I was able to get a good enough entry and exit to compensate for the fact that I pit about 2 or 3 laps after he did. So I took those tires and drove up through the field and didn't look back.
Yeah, he definitely drove up through the field, and I was kind of impressed. One lap, you kind of duplicated what the 46 and also what Byron Jones did on the outside and went just, full send. And then a couple laps later, you were forced to try to do it again, but this time you made a hard left off of 4 and all the way down on the apron, able to keep it side by side into 1, able to pull a little bit of a slide job up and in front of the 46, took the lead back over that way. It really seemed like the 70 was at no loss of grip all evening long. What were your tires like at the end of these runs? Definitely seemed like you were pretty good on the long run.
Yeah, on that at the end of that, the last long run we had before the last one we had to the finish, my right front was 50 and my right rear was 80. So I was downshifting in the corners toward the end of the run to try to I was trying to get the run on everybody, and it was working out just a little bit. You could get that extra mile an hour or two there on exit, and that made a pretty big difference. So tried to do that and tried not to blow that right front. Unfortunately, it all worked out.
Well, this win's definitely going to help you out. We got one more race left here in Season 6 before we switch everything on over to Monday nights with Season 7 in the Gen 4 Cup cars. Right back here with the IROC Challenge Series with a brand new broadcasting group, and recruiting is out there. We got, like I said, though, we got one more race, Michigan International Raceway, next Thursday night, same bat time, same bat channel. Will you be there to contend for another trophy, or is this goodbye for you?
Well, I'd like to show up next week. I'm too far out of the points for it to make a difference for me here, so I don't want to mess anybody up. But if I do show up, I'll be gunning for the win there. And it's a little bit bittersweet, to be honest with you, because there's no telling how good I'd be doing in the points right now if I'd showed up for the whole season and not run Road to Pro. But it's only speculation at this point. It's been a fun, 5 races I've run so far. I've gotten, 3 wins out of it. It's a solid season. Certainly nothing to scoff at, but I'm looking forward to coming back next season and going for the full schedule.
Yeah, I know, speaking with, I don't know if you know James Holzer and a bunch of those other guys that are running for Road to Pro. It's a very, very grueling schedule, so I got to give you a lot of credit just for attempting that. Some very, very stiff competition. I mean, right now you're sitting at about a 5,800 I rating, so you're doing all right for yourself, and you definitely show that you know how to wheel these Spartan machines around any kind of track on any kind of given week where you're able to make the race, whether it's a short track road course, super speedway, cookie cutter, whatever it is. It's always great to see you out here, and we know that we're in for one hell of a show. Any quick friends, family, or sponsors you need to get out there, sir?
Yeah, as always, I'd like to thank the folks at the IROC Challenge for having me this season and next season. Looking forward to what they're putting together next season. And I'd like to thank you for broadcasting, all the folks for watching. Looking forward to hopefully coming back next week and getting the job done once again.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you said that, because as I bring up the information regarding next season, again, it's going to be a new night, new car. It's going to be the IROC Challenge Series, moving to Monday nights at 9:30 Eastern is when the green flag will wave. Gen 4 Cup cars, hardware for every race driver that runs 80% of the schedule or more. It'll be broadcasted live by a brand new broadcaster, HBR TV, over on YouTube. I watched Brian McCann win a race from Martinsville with them broadcasting. They do a phenomenal job, so make sure, again, you go on over HBR TV on YouTube, give them a follow, and subscribe. Cash winnings for the All-Star race. There will be a bracket challenge and a trophy for the series champion, courtesy of Spartan Transportation and R&R Racewear. Meanwhile, all under fixed setup. So again, what's new? Monday night, bracket challenge, the Gen 4 Cup car, and HBR TV. $25 entry, and all goes back through hardware and the broadcasting fees, as well as the All-Star race cash winnings. Again, Aaron Smith, congratulations on your win here in the Bluegrass State. One hell of a whipping. Good job, sir.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, guys and girls, that is going to be it for me this evening. Again, we will see you again next Thursday night, same bat time, same bat channel, for the championship race. Brian McCann has a very, very positive grip on that championship trophy, just like he did last season in the Xfinity cars. Can he get it done this season here in the trucks? My answer would be yes, but we'll have to see what happens next week. Does bad luck come up and strike the 3? We'll have to find out. We will see y'all again very, very soon. Have a great night. Again, thanks for coming out, hanging out, chatting it up, keeping me and everybody company between Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and IROC TV on your favorite Roku device. Have a great evening and take care.
Spartan Transportation and Spartan Logistic Management is your one source for all your shipping needs. 53-foot dry van shipments, auto transport shipments, full-service in-house brokerage, drop-lot facilities, just-in-time deliveries to all auto manufacturers, facilities in St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Spartan Logistics LLC, proud sponsor of the IROC Series, Kyle Steffens UMP Modified and Silver Crown Driver, and Gordy Gundaker, World of Outlaws Late Model. Visit us at spartan-logistics.net or find us on Facebook.